wait and see attitude when it comes to whatever evidence they may learn about this entire situation involving a legal and from a civil perspective.
I never thought that could happen. Never. I grew up idolizing people, but I never knew who their security was.
Right.
See, it's different nowadays with social media.
That's
so
true.
that pretty much brings other people to light besides the celebrity.
In a surprising and dramatic twist, Floyd Mayweather's trusted inner circle is now facing major trouble. Reports have surfaced about a massive theft involving one of his bodyguards, putting the undefeated boxing legend in the middle of a serious controversy. Mayweather, who is known just as much for his flashy lifestyle as his success in the ring, is now dealing with an alleged $42 million theft. While many details about what happened are still unclear, the situation has already raised eyebrows and stirred up a storm. As the investigation continues, fans and the sports world are keeping a close eye on how things unfold, wondering what impact this might have on Mayweather's reputation.
What would you say is more difficult, being a celebrity bodyguard or being a cop?
Oh man, those are two completely different things.
Really?
Yeah. So being a cop, you know, when you leave the job for the day, you're still kind of in the back of your mind, just like situations, right? With bodyguarding, you are on him like glue all the time. So if something happens to him, guess whose problem it is? That's on you or me or whatever the case is, you know? So you're always checking, like, and especially with celebrities, everyone outside of their circle, even some people in their circle, are always looking to get a one-up or, hey, what can I do to benefit myself more than him? Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Which is, most bullshit happens inside the circle, honestly.
Floyd Mayweather's top-level security team, famously known as the Great Wall, is made up of some of the most intimidating and skilled bodyguards in the industry. Leading this group are Alfonso Riek and Adam Plant, two massive men who used to work for rapper Snoop Dogg before joining Mayweather's entourage. Riek is a towering 7 feet 1 inch tall and weighs 430 pounds, while Plant stands at 6 feet 7 inches and weighs 380 pounds. Their job is to scan every environment Mayweather enters, spot any signs of trouble before it happens, and make sure he stays safe at all times, whether he's attending events, traveling, or just out in public.
We get this right out of the way, because folks have to wonder, like, how big you guys are. How big are you?
I'm 7'1".
7'1"?
6'7".
I am not 6'7". I'm 5'11". I'm giving myself 5'11". Okay, so everybody knows exactly how big you guys are. First things first, how'd you get into a big church?
I'm from Vegas, born and raised in Las Vegas, but I got into it working security out here. So a lot of people knew me around town, working in different clubs and stuff like that. I actually teamed up with this guy through one of my partners. They used to throw parties here that had me working for him, which was a mutual friend of his. He connected us. Well, we took off, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people know you from working with Floyd Mayweather, but you also have worked for a lot of different people in your time.
One of the key members of Mayweather's security team is Adam Plant, better known as Big Adam. He has been a noticeable presence in Mayweather's entourage, recognized for his size and his role in keeping the boxer safe. While there's not much publicly known about how or where exactly he was first hired, possibly at a private airport, his reputation as a top-tier bodyguard is well established. In fact, Big Adam's skills were so trusted that after working with Mayweather, he was later hired by rapper Tekashi 69 to provide high-level personal security.
A big church, being from Vegas, he had, went back to Vegas, and Floyd had picked him up. And so it was around late December, he had hit me and said, "Hey man, Floyd is getting rid of one of his dudes. If I can get you over here, would you want to work?" And it, just me wanting to change the pace at the time, I was like, yeah, hell yeah. So Floyd was coming down to playing a celebrity game with Team Watson. Mm-hmm. And so it was like December 14th or something like that. So I asked one of the dudes to cover me, and I went over to the Van Nuys airport and met him. And so, Church had already told him about me. Big Mark, rest in peace, had told him about me. So when I met him at the airport, he got off the plane. He looked me up and down, was like, "Big Church, you good?" He's like, Church was like, "Hell yeah." He's like, "Big Mark, you good?" He's like, "Hell yeah." He's like, "All right, he on." Yeah. So I started with Mayweather December 28th, 2007.
The bodyguards known as Big Church and Big Adam, former members of Mayweather's team, weren't just recognized for protecting celebrities. They actually found fame on screen too. They appeared in movies like Think Like a Man to Plane, roles that closely mirrored their real-life jobs. because fans got to see them in action both in real life and in films. Their popularity grew even more. It wasn't just about being bodyguards anymore, they became part of pop culture, known for their intimidating presence and loyalty to their clients.
Once we got an opportunity to get in front of a camera, we were gonna shine. And that particular role in Think Like a Man 2 was us doing security. So we, before we actually shot the scene, we had to choreograph that particular scene with Gary Owens and Kevin Hart and all those guys. And, I mean, it was so natural for us because that's what we do.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to perfect that in front of a camera. And that's what we did, man. So, from that, a lot of people were just, they would hit us up like, man, we just watched the movie, man. That was you guys in that movie? It was like, yeah, man, you didn't know we could act a little bit, huh?
The name The Great Wall actually came straight from Floyd Mayweather himself. Whenever he was in a big crowd and needed protection, he'd call out, "Put the wall up." That was his way of telling his bodyguards to surround him and form a solid human shield. Over time, this phrase stuck, and the team adopted the Great Wall as their official name. They liked it so much, they turned it into a brand that represented not just their strength and unity, but also their bond with Mayweather and their reputation in the security world.
That is wild. Now, I see the t-shirts, the Great Wall, the Great Wall.
Yeah,
First thing, how did you get the name?
It came from Floyd Mayweather, man.
Okay.
Whenever we were in a crowded area, we had him somewhere, he would always say, "Put that wall up, you all right?" And we were about to leave, like, "Y'all put that wall up." So kept saying it, and one day he just said the Great Wall, and we talked to each other and said, "Man, let's run with that, man, and let's do something with it." So what we did, Church had the idea of putting the Great Wall logo on the shirts with a friend we had.
Yeah, okay.
And so that particular friend, he was a graphic design artist, so he would make us some really cool things. And so our partner now, Stephen Reed, and our other partner, Dr. Andronica Handy, Andronica had seen the shirt and said, asked us where could he buy one. And we were like, man, this is just something that we do for us.
Floyd Mayweather shares a strong bond with his bodyguards, treating them as more than just employees, they're like family. His loyalty to them is well known, and many of them speak highly of how he treats those close to him. One of his top security team members, Greg LaRosa, once said that Mayweather is one of the most loyal people I've ever met. This loyalty shows in many ways, including how Mayweather supports them with personal matters, such as giving them time or resources to be with their families. It's clear that Mayweather values the people around him and makes sure they feel respected and appreciated.
Coach Anthony with none other than Greg LaRosa here. You see him?
How y'all doing?
TMT in the building.
Shoot, what we need to know today?
Well, we got a big weekend coming up.
Yes, sir.
Let me know what you got coming up. I mean, let me know what you got for tonight. You know what I mean?
Who's fighting again?
Canelo.
Oh, yeah.
Triple G. Oh, you don't watch those guys?
No, last I checked, I thought Floyd was about to fight Pacquiao, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's fighting.
All right, let's talk about that. You know what?
No
That's
problem.
more important to me.
Yeah.
That is more important to me.
Okay.
Floyd Pacquiao 2.
Yes,
Explain
sir.
to me. I saw something on the internet. I saw them meet up at a club or something.
Yeah.
What's going down?
Well, I don't know. I'm not out there right now, so I still been off for a little while, but he's out there in Tokyo right now, and I guess he ran into Pacquiao, and he mentioned that he's going to come back and fight.
So Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd Mayweather is really seriously considering fighting again and against Manny Pacquiao.
Floyd, he's always going to keep you on your toes, man. Can I do as well?
Mayweather is famous not just for his boxing skills, but also for always being surrounded by tight security, even for casual outings. He's rarely seen without a group of at least 6 bodyguards by his side. One memorable example was during a visit to Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles in Hollywood, where Mayweather showed up with his full entourage. This kind of presence isn't just for show, it reflects how seriously he takes his safety, as well as the kind of attention he draws wherever he goes. For someone of his fame and fortune, that level of protection has become a necessary part of everyday life.
Is that a paparazzi?
What's up, Floyd? How you doing, man?
No, he had to make sure he didn't do that.
Yo, Floyd, how was dinner, man? Yo, Floyd, I was just wondering if you got Selena's blessing, bro. All right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get in his way.
CMT out here.
Despite their professionalism, Mayweather's security team has been involved in some legal controversies over the years. There have been several allegations that bodyguards used excessive force against fans. In one incident from February 2022, a man named Eduardo Andres Torres Martinez filed a lawsuit claiming that a bodyguard hit him and tried to take his phone after he recorded Mayweather at a Yard House restaurant in Los Angeles. Martinez is seeking $3.3 million in damages, saying he suffered both physical harm and emotional stress. This case added to ongoing concerns about how celebrity security teams handle public interactions.
Floyd Mayweather, a guy who's in his entourage as Floyd is walking out of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles here in Hollywood. Floyd, someone in his entourage, gets into a scuffle, actually allegedly beat the crap out of a fan who just wanted to get a photo with Floyd. So Floyd is getting into the car there. You see him on the passenger side. And at the back of the car, there's a guy in red. That guy in red is the alleged bodyguard.
There you see the scuffle.
And then he just lets that guy have it.
All right, Charles, a couple important things here. Floyd's camp is adamant that the dude in the red, despite the fact he's wearing a money team shirt and is with Floyd in a security kind of capacity, is not
an
on the payroll as a security guard. It's part of the entourage. But we did some digging earlier in the day. He was with Floyd when they were leaving a jewelry store together, doing, again, appearing to be
this is a guy here in the tank top and the white hat.
No. You'll see. Yeah. The guy in the red, there he is right
over there. Okay.
Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s single quotes as rise to fame is a powerful story of overcoming adversity. Born on February 24, 1977, in Grand Rapids, Michigan, he came from a difficult background. His early life was marked by poverty and tough family circumstances. His mother, Deborah Sinclair, struggled with addiction, while his father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., himself a former pro boxer, was jailed for drug trafficking. During Floyd's teenage years, despite these challenges, Mayweather never gave up. His determination, talent, and relentless work ethic turned him into one of the greatest boxers in history.
What happened was, I was a black kid from the ghetto with a father who taught me a skill, and my dad hustled because his career didn't go right. So my dad took chances and hustled. He hustled. I don't think he hustled the brown, but he hustled the green and he hustled the white.
Over the years, Floyd Mayweather has faced some public criticism, especially regarding his reading skills. This became a bigger topic during a highly publicized feud with rapper 50 Cent, who challenged Mayweather to read a page from a Harry Potter book on camera for charity. Later, a leaked audio recording showed Mayweather having trouble reading a short radio ad script, which led to even more rumors about his literacy. While Mayweather hasn't directly addressed all of the claims, the incident sparked conversations about education, literacy, and the pressure celebrities face under the spotlight.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket of ice, man.
The number of female MCs is once again expanding and growing in reign.
Phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, that he'll put it on the actual show so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're gonna let you read Cat in the Hat.
Floyd Mayweather didn't stay silent in response to the criticism about his reading abilities. Instead, he made it clear that reading does not define who he is or what he's accomplished, stating, "Reading does not define my place in boxing." History, despite the controversies, Mayweather has continued to build his fortune both inside and outside the ring. One of his latest moves includes a massive $42 million investment in New York real estate, showing that his business ventures are as bold as his boxing career.
Floyd Mayweather. I've heard people laugh at Floyd Mayweather, be like, oh, Floyd Mayweather, he can't even read and write properly. And I'm like, well, he became a billionaire, and still, so how dumb is he? If you're broke, saying, oh, Floyd Mayweather can't read or write, and he became a billionaire through not just fighting, but also obviously owning his own promotions company, again, it's intellect applied to the real world. Does he have the same type of intellect as Elon Musk? No. Albert Einstein that once said, if you measure all the animals' intellect by their ability to climb trees, you'll have a goldfish in a bowl who will sit and believe his whole life that he's an idiot. People like Floyd Mayweather, again, it's intellect applied to the real world. So How is he not smarter than some brokey sitting at home being like, Floyd Mayweather's dumb? Is he dumb? You have to be the next level of intelligence to box like you.
He's making millions of decisions every millisecond.
In an interview with legendary host Larry King, Mayweather opened up about the difficult early years that shaped him. He talked honestly about growing up in a tough environment and the inner drive that pushed him to the top of the boxing world. For Mayweather, success wasn't just about making money, he said. It's not about the money, pointing instead to his desire to rise above his circumstances. He also gave credit to his family, especially his father and uncles, who introduced him to boxing and played key roles in guiding his early training and career.
What is it like? You didn't grow up rich, did you?
I had the best of both worlds.
You did?
Yes. Well, you know, I stayed with my mother at one particular time in New Brunswick, New Jersey. We lived 7 deep in a 1-bedroom apartment, no hot water.
You call that the best of both worlds?
You didn't let me finish.
Okay.
You have to let me finish. But also, at one particular time, I stayed with my dad as a kid, and my dad, of course, you know, he hustled, you know, in the inner city of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and he made sure I had the finer things in life when I was young, also. So, I say the best of both worlds.
I understand. How does it feel though to have everything? That you can go to any store and buy anything. How's that feel like?
Well, what I come to find out, it's not always about, you know, the money. You know, of course, I'm Floyd Money Mayweather, and of course, who don't like to make a lot of money or who don't like the finer things in life? But if you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have no freedom, then it's just like you being broke. So I come to find out that my freedom is more important than anything.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is considered one of the greatest boxers of all time. With a flawless professional record of 50 wins and 0 losses, his career, which spanned from 1996 to 2017, was defined by an unmatched combination of speed, strategy, and discipline. Mayweather's ability to outthink and outfight his opponents earned him respect, not only as a world-class athlete, but also as a smart tactician inside the ring.
Biz, do you think Floyd would have had problems with an opponent with the peekaboo style? You have to be a fantastic fighter with the peekaboo style. No matter what style you bring to Floyd, you would have to be a great fighter. But Floyd wasn't unbeatable. You just have to be a great fighter to beat him. Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, or Sugar Ray Robinson, Tommy Hearns. You have to be a great fighter to beat him. The list is really short who can beat Floyd Mayweather.
Throughout his career, Mayweather proved his skill across 5 different weight divisions, capturing 15 major world titles. His exceptional defense and sharp ring intelligence led to his nickname TBE, the best ever. He also holds the record for the highest plus-minus ratio in boxing, which highlights how often he hit opponents while avoiding punches himself. But his success wasn't limited to boxing performance. He changed the business side of the sport too. After founding Mayweather Promotions, he took control of his own career, striking huge deals that made him one of the richest athletes in history. His 2015 bout with Manny Pacquiao broke records with 4.6 million pay-per-view buys, the highest ever in boxing.
Manny Pacquiao, that's just rumors, or is that possible in the exhibition?
When Manny Pacquiao spoke about that, he shouldn't have. Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million.
Who did?
I mean, you know, I don't like to throw certain individuals under the bus because we don't do that.
I'm about to give you $4 million for saying your name.
He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said, it's a time and a place for any and everything.
Yeah.
He said my name and I said, you know, you in the wrong. Remember, I want you guys to go check out Manny Pacquiao when he got upset a few times when he said, oh, Floyd, you using my name. But remember, he got famous because they said this could be the guy that could possibly dethrone the king.
Mayweather's place in boxing history was officially sealed when he was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2021. Known for his unbeaten record and massive wealth, Mayweather became a symbol of luxury. He's famous for his high-end lifestyle, which includes a car collection worth over $100 million and an exclusive watch collection that features an $18 million Jacob & Co. billionaire 3-time piece. He also owns two private jets and several extravagant homes, including a $25.5 million mansion in Beverly Hills and an $18 million property in Miami Beach.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been paid over $1 billion through his career. What are the craziest ways that he spent it? Let's start with the ice. Dude has almost everything diamond crusted, from his plates and silverware to the case for his gold iPhone to his $18 million watch nicknamed the Billionaire. Moving on, apparently Mayweather also loved golf, or probably just golfing around courses. Dude owns a pair of Cadillac and Bentley golf carts, worth over $500,000 together. Then there's his barber, who makes house calls 3 to 4 times a week, each visit costing money a clean $1,000. And it gets even crazier. Apparently, Floyd never uses the same pair of boxers twice, and he'll leave all of his kicks at hotels he stays at as gifts to staff. But the scary thing, none of this comes close to the dude's gambling habit. Floyd reportedly dropped over $6 million on the Heat in Game 7 of the 2013 finals. And thankfully, LeBron came through for him, and that's just a slice of the money life of Money Mayweather.
Despite all his expensive assets, questions about Mayweather's financial stability have started to surface. In 2025, reports came out that the FBI had seized $600 million worth of his real estate as part of a $40 million fraud investigation. On top of that, his accountant revealed that Mayweather had lost $500 million over just 6 years because of his extreme spending and risky financial decisions to keep money flowing. Mayweather still takes part in exhibition fights events. He jokingly calls legalized bank robberies, but concerns are growing about how long his current lifestyle can last.
Into late 40s now, still fighting these random people in random places. Yeah. For 5 million here, 10 million there.
No, he's just a big spender. You can't spend like that, you know? Like,
this guy has a lot of chains.
So many chains, bro. Chains, that's a depreciating asset. Yeah. Get yourself something that'll hold value. Yeah. Go buy some real estate, brother. Buy an original. We'd love to have you in the Dow.
What?
Invest in prime, huh? Do something smart with your money, Floyd.
And they say, well, it's not all about the money. Well, your kids can't eat legacy. Patches on my trunks, that's 30 million alone. So who's really the smartest one in the sport of boxing? When it comes to legalized bank robbing, I'm the best. I don't care if y'all write good stories. I don't care if y'all write bad stories. At the end of the day, I will always have the last laugh. Damn, I'm writing this story about Floyd. But look at the house I go to. And look at the house he goes.